And that leads us to our third challenge. And that is something you may want to really tattoo on the inside of your eyelids. And that is that environment trumps will. What do I mean by that? I mean that our intention will always be beaten by our environment over time. How do we change that? Well, there's 3 tips that I want to share with you that'll help turn this around. Stop putting the wrong programming in. In other words, if you think of the 2 biggest things that impact us unconsciously more than anything else, it's the mainstream media and our peer group of who we hang with. You cannot watch the news and be positive. It's like saying, I want to be healthy and I smoke. And if you're being programmed by the mainstream media, you can't have that default magnetic north move away from being negative. It's constant programming. The other thing is about peer group. Now, some people say, yeah, I could probably change my friends, and some of us maybe should, but I can't change my family. Yeah, my brother's the most negative person I know. My mother-in-law is always telling me I'm not good enough for her son, or whatever it may be. Well, I know that we can't change our family. And looking at the reasons why you chose your parents is another TED Talk. But the best advice I can give is love your family, choose your friends. Now, the second thing, start putting the right things in. Now, we live in a time in society where there's so much great information, whether it's a podcast, whether it's inspirational interviews, whether it's books or the lives of some of the people we looked at earlier. Every single day, or at least every single week, if you want to take your compass needle and start remagnetizing it in a positive direction by exposing yourself to the kind of information that supports your potential and your greatness and where you want to go. There's no excuse for not being able to do that now in a society where it's so available. But if you're not choosing to do that, by default, you're going to be hooked into somebody else's agenda. If you don't start filming as the star of the movie in your life, by default, you're going to end up as a film extra in somebody else's. And then the third point, get the things that shouldn't be in there out. What do I mean by that? Work with a decent mentor or a coach that understands how to navigate the minefield of human behavior. Somebody that isn't just going to teach you skills, but somebody that can reach in and find those unconscious patterns and be able to rip them out for good.